Okay, now I will start the presentation with an introduction. The Goods and Services Tax (GST), which is a comprehensive indirect tax applicable to the supply of goods and services at each stage of the production and distribution chain. The GST replaces multiple taxes previously levied by central and state governments, aiming to simplify the tax system, minimize tax evasion, and enhance the ease of doing business by establishing a transparent tax structure across the country. This unified tax system is designed to streamline and rationalize indirect taxation, making it more efficient and effective. Furthermore, the document highlights the mechanism of GST application, where the tax is added to the price of the product by the business and is then collected from the customer, ultimately being forwarded to the government. In Malaysia, GST Goods and Services Tax was introduced on April 1, 2015, replacing the previous sales and service tax system. The GST rate was initially set at 6%. However, in June 2018, the Malaysian government decided to zero-rate GST, effectively abolishing it. This decision was part of a political promise made during the 2018 general election. Since then, Malaysia has been exploring alternative tax systems, including a potential introduction of a consumption tax in the future.
The Goods and Service Tax offers several advantages, such as eliminating the cascading effect of tax and providing a higher threshold for registration. Additionally, the composition scheme allows small businesses to pay tax at a lower rate and a simple and easy online procedure for registration. However, there are also disadvantages, including increased costs due to the need for GST compliant software, heavy penalties for non-compliance, and increased operational costs associated with accounting and compliance.
Okay, next we will move to advantages and disadvantages of SST. For the first one of advantages, cost of living will probably go down for everyone. Next, SST is a single stage tax. The third one, the compliance costs have come down for all. And lastly, Malaysia's special designated areas are exempt from services tax. Okay, next for disadvantages. For the first one, SST causes cascading and compounding effect. For the second, this tax regime does not give the right to claim any input tax. The third, cause some business uncertainty as well as money. And the last one, the less stringent reporting and documentation requirements under SST can lead to higher instances of tax evasion.
Now I will continue with question B. Do you think Malaysia should revert to GST to increase its tax revenue, given that GST collection was significantly higher than SST? Why or why not? The answer is yes. Malaysia should revert it because GST has the potential to generate higher tax revenue compared to SST due to its broader tax base and more efficient collection mechanism. GST captures a wider range of economic activities and transactions, including services, which may not be effectively covered under SST. Reverting to GST could align Malaysia's tax system with international standards, making it more attractive for foreign investment and improving its competitiveness in the global market. This is because many countries have adopted GST or similar value-added tax system. Increasing tax revenue through GST also could help Malaysia address budget deficits and reduce reliance on borrowing or other form of financing. Higher tax revenue from GST could support government incentives such as infrastructure development and social programs, contributing to long-term economic growth and also sustainability. Therefore, reinstating GST could be a strategic move to strengthen Malaysia's fiscal position and ensure sustainability economic development.
Considering the arguments presented by Professor Emeritus Dr. Barchayai Bardai and Raja Kumaran, which tax system GST or SST do you believe is more suitable for Malaysia economic context and why? The answer is I believe the GST tax system is more appropriate for the Malaysian economic context because if the focus is on long-term economic stability, revenue generation and alignment with global tax practice, it provides a more robust and transparent system that can support Malaysia's development goals. GST is more transparent and efficient than SST and it comes from detailed invoicing and systematic documentation required under GST and reduced opportunities for tax evasion. Malaysia needs to make a phased introduction of GST with significant public education, simplification measures and exemption for essential goods, and to achieve a balance between GST efficiency and public acceptance of SST. SST is typically applied to a narrower range of goods and services than GST, potentially limiting revenue collection and making the tax system less resilient to economic fluctuation.
The debate between GST, Goods and Services Tax, and SST, Sales and Services Tax in Malaysia underscores the importance of weighing their respective advantages and disadvantages. GST offers substantial benefits in economic stability and growth, while SST lacks benefits of GST input tax credit system and broader tax base. Regarding the challenges in GST, which are compliance burdens on small-medium enterprise (SMEs) and the public resistance due to perceived cost increases compared to SST that more readily accepted by the public, we can say that GST, no matter what, it still provides a still stable revenue stream, while the input tax credit mechanism reduces the cascading effect of taxes in Malaysia, lowering production costs and consumer prices. Besides, it enhances the transparency and reduces tax evasion, aligning Malaysia with international standards. However, the transition to GST requires significant administrative effort, including IT upgrades, training, and education, which can be costly. On the other hand, successful GST administration can be achieved by fully depends on careful planning, sound infrastructure, and effective communication, fostering sustainable growth, public trust, and compliance.